Hello, this is Mark Satterfield, and welcome to the Velvet Rope Podcast. Tonight's chapter, The Perfect Pitch. You ever hear a pitch so good you couldn't say no? One that pulled you in, kept you hooked, and by the end you were practically throwing your credit card at the person? That's not an accident. That's AIDA in action. Attention, interest, desire, action. And today I've got a story for you about the art of the perfect pitch, featuring a luxury real estate agent, a skeptical billionaire, and a single shot at closing the deal of a lifetime. By the way, if you're enjoying this episode and want to learn how to use storytelling as a tool for getting more affluent clients, head on over to velvetropestoryselling.com for the details. That's velvetropestoryselling.com. All right, let's get into it. Mia Carter had been a luxury real estate for years, but this was different. She wasn't just selling a house, she was selling the house. A $42 million Beverly Hills estate perched on the kind of a hill where people like to look down on the city, both literally and metaphorically. The buyer, Vincent Langley, hedge fund billionaire, sharp, no time for nonsense. He didn't do small talk. If he was in the room, it was because he was considering something, but he never made it easy. Maya had one shot to make her pitch, and she knew a laundry list of features wouldn't cut it. She needed AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action. Attention. As Vincent stepped onto the marble floor terrace, Mia didn't lead with the usual, "This is a 5-bedroom, 7-bath masterpiece." Instead, she said, "Vincent, do you know why the world's wealthiest people are obsessed with homes like this?" He turned, mildly intrigued. That was her hook. No data, no specs, just a question designed to pull him in. "Vincent, I assume you were going to tell me." Interest. Mia smiled. Because real power isn't about what you own. It's about the experiences you can create. She let that linger as she walked towards the infinity pool, motioning for him to follow. He did. A good sign. Desire. Mia continued. Imagine this. Your closest friends gathered right here, sipping white wine while the sun sets over the LA skyline. No interruptions, no noise, just you deciding the next big move in absolute privacy. Vincent glanced at the view. She could see him picturing it, feeling it. He wasn't thinking about square footage anymore. He was thinking about his life inside this home. Action. Mia took the final step. She turned to Vincent and said, "The only question left is whether you want to wait and risk someone else deciding this will be their place instead." A pause, then a smirk, and finally, "Get my attorney on the line." That, my friends, is how you craft the perfect pitch. Maya used AIDA flawlessly. Attention. She started with a compelling question, not a boring list of features. Interest. She made it about him, not the house. Desire. She painted a picture he wanted to step into. Action. She created urgency without being pushy. And just like that, a $42 million deal was closed. Not with hard selling, not with endless persuasion, just a structured, strategic, irresistible pitch. So the next time you're in front of a high net worth client, remember, AIDA isn't just a sales technique. It's the velvet rope between an offer they ignore and an offer they can't refuse. This is Mark Satterfield. Thanks for listening to this chapter of the Velvet Rope Podcast. If you're enjoying these stories and want to get better at using stories to attract more affluent clients, yes, I can help. I teach individuals and sales teams how to sell with stories just like you hear here. Head on over to velvetropestoryselling.com to learn more. That's velvetropestoryselling.com. Thanks again for listening. I'll be back with you soon with another chapter in the Velvet Rope Playbook. Bye for now.